Brief story. It will be brief. I was actually daintily eating like a young lady because I'm finishing working on about a 4 pound rotisserie chicken I bought yesterday, and I primarily answered the phone because my phone's really good about. I wouldn't have heard any ringing. If you're a spammer or a telemarketer or whatever, or an invalid number, it's not going to let you through it. It won't ring. It'll show on the screen, give me the option to. I went back and checked. It's woman called, and you could tell it was strictly business. And there's another Ramsey that's connected to a disreputable debt collecting thing, but this guy was Brian Ramsey. Officer, he's part of a. He's a named partner. Well, he is a partner. He should KMPG, but he's a partner in a very large auditing and tax service. I think primary headquarters in Park Avenue, New York City. And that's one of the problem with these fucking links and shit. You'll touch on the phone icon, click on the phone icon, and she gets this number, which appears to be the number of a dead man. That's how I inherited this number. Because I was robbed and attempted murder on the night of June 14th, 15th. And as soon as she asked for Brian Ramsey, very businesslike and quick, she wasn't. You can tell when there's scammers and shit because they try to open in a friendly fashion when she was strictly business. And as soon as I said, you got the number way off, she was gone. And she was actually already gone. I told her, you may hang up now. And she was already gone. There's no hang up noise. She had clicked on some link. You got the wrong number. I checked it. He's a professional man, probably in his 50s. They got offices all around the country, but I think their primary headquarters is in Bloomington, Illinois, and that's actually associated with their debt collection deal. But this was the audit. I don't know much about the guy. I know some of his social connections, and like with the no shit. He either that or Royce used to play on the Shiner, Texas. You've heard of Shiner beer. It's in movies like How to Go on a Date in Queens or whatever. That's a great little movie. And if you see it in there, right there's stacks of Shiner beer, Shiner Bock, and some little restaurant is all shot in around Queens and shit. And the guy that owned this number, he had connections to a musical group, a Czech musical group called I think it's called the Shiner Hobos. No shit, I'm not making this stuff up. You can check it out. My best friend did a check on somebody he's distantly related to and was affiliated with that group. But I really don't click on links unless I'm absent. I only answered it because I just said hello to the, and it picked, the phone did the work for me. The phone was in my pocket. Please, I've got to keep the grease off of my clothing and shit like that. It's, people always go like, you don't look homeless. Well, I work pretty hard at not looking homeless. So anyway, apparently Mr. Brian Ramsey or somebody thinks he's in Central Texas right now and gave him some off-the-wall freaking contact number of a man that may be dead. And I'm using his Facebook page because Facebook was fighting me. They actually let me change the password on his account. And so if you do a reverse image search on me, I don't give a fuck. You'll see my Facebook account. Okay, reverse image. There you go. Is that good enough? You know, I got all these hobots on Facebook and stuff, and they come on to me with that usual "would you friend me" stuff. And just to be sure, because sometimes they're actually legitimate, but because of their hyper aggressiveness in friending people, trying to get up to that 5,000 maximum limit, they've been blocked from friending people. That's one of the things the automated system will do. But almost always it's some sex worker whose photos either been stolen or been used, or they themselves are still prostituting themselves. And people actually think that just because I look like an old man, that I don't function very well. No, I love the reverse image search because, it especially helps with, I love biology. Boom. Take a picture of some little creature or something like that, or a bush or plant tree and stuff. And in a nanosecond, I got the answer. I love my phone. That's one of the problems when I got here is I didn't have a brand new phone. I couldn't call Uber. had disconnected from my Uber account. And that's why the cops put me here, was I was taking a rest under the bridge down there. And some Karen called in worrying about the welfare of an old man who was clearly napping in a wheelchair. And a couple of nice cops showed up. Actually, they're the cops that works with the kids at the school. School resource officers. It's Pflugerville Independent School District. Police have their own, very nice guys. Please, I've had a lot of problems with some people here, but it's way better than Austin. Please, people, go ahead now. We used to say, don't come to Austin. Yeah, go ahead. You can have the fucker. Give it up. We have retreated. We real Texans have retreated. You can have that fucking cesspool down there. This is Pflugerville, Texas. This ain't Austin.